Boom! Midnights en español, where the midnights are edgy and Espanol is Spanglish. We got Lily looking great as always. Gonna get say what's up to the people that are joining us. So we got Griffin and Has. Buenos dias, mi amigos. Hey, even we gringos can learn a little Espanol. See. And it's not usually like, dos tacos y dos cervezas, por favor. Right? We got Mickey in the house. What's up, bro? No puedo verlo en Vigo, pero la cosecha roja fue barbacoa de dragones. El plato estrella eres tú. Muchas gracias. All right. And we have, what? We had some, hey, Cosmic Vader. No daba para photoshopearle el cabello de lo asno. Hey, we got, hola, chat. Hola. And we got Lucio's line in the back. Buenos dias, todos y noches. Woohoo! So this week, Lily is looking a lot happier because I heard that, boom, Casa del Dragón, episodio 2, capítulo 7. ¿Qué son las semillas del dragón y quiénes son los nuevos jinetes? Tun, tun, tun. You say this was a much better episode.
Like a much better episode. This was on track with like season 1 as far as every conversation people were having with each other was actually important. There were maybe like one scene that I didn't really understand why we needed it, but all of the ending was amazing, especially the very last shot was amazing. It's probably one of my favorites in all of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. It was so badass.
Wow. And so I guess they saying, so this is the ¿Qué pasó? If you have not watched it, spoilers de hell. So they say, ¿qué pasó en el episodio 7 de la temporada 2 de La Casa del Dragón? Con el episodio anterior concluyo la aparición del nuevo jinete que logró domar a Bruma. La teoría de Renera Emma Darcy ha estado fabricado en lo largo de los últimos capítulos sobre permitir a gente fuera de su linaje domar a los dragones siempre y cuando estén dispuestos a servirle y logren sobrevivir el intento de comenzar a materializarse. So in this one, they're saying they do have to have a little bit of blood, right? Lily, they do have to have a little blood for them to be able to ride the dragon. It can't just be random.
Yeah, so we saw in the last episode how Sea Smoke basically chose his own rider and he found Alan. So I guess he can kind of smell that he's got a little bit of that blood in him because if you guys don't know, spoilers, I mean, we've seen it in the show. He is supposed to be the bastard son of Corlys Velaryon. So that's what the dragon is smelling because the Velaryons also have the dragon blood in them as well. When they were with the, I think at one point they had like Targaryen blood too or something, and then they decided to be like more seafaring people. So the dragon can kind of smell all of that.
Right, so that he has to have a little bit of the blood in him to be able to ride it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Bruma, I guess. El inicio de la entrega los muestra la reina cuestionar a Adam del Hul. I'm probably butchering that, right? El jinete que logró domar a la criatura. Tras cuestionar lo sucedió, Adam le confiesa a Renera que desea servir al Consejo Negro y aprender a volar un dragón tal como lo hacen ellos, a lo que a ella accede en el castillo Diul. Se encuentra con Corlys, a ver a quién sirve como parte de las tropas bajo su mando y solicitar que le autoricen dejar de ser parte de su ejército para dedicar a su tiempo a convertirse en un jinete, a lo que el líder de la casa Valderón acepta sin dudar. Cabe mencionar que Adam y su hermano Allen son hijos ilegítimos. That's what you were saying. They are illegitimate sons. I'm just gonna get over the heck with So what were the hits for you on this season on this episode? Because this is almost the last episode, right?
This is what?
It's almost the last episode. We've done one episode.
Yeah, this is the second to last episode, so episode 7. I actually kind of like this scene too. So this is supposed to be, I think, Oscar Tully, and if the name sounds familiar, the wife of Ned Stark, Cat. She's actually a descendant of his, and everyone was kind of making comparisons between them because this little kid kind of stood up to everyone. He now presides over the Riverland, so he's the lord of everyone else, and basically told Damon that he can't just come in and do things however he wants, and if he wants the army, he's got to kind of make things right as far as all of the savagery and things that Damon had happen that he sent one of the other guys to do from House, I think, Blackwood. So yeah, this little kid actually did a really great job. And I think other people were kind of comparing him to what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. I know the last name was Mormont, but the little girl that was in Game of Thrones, but her, because she's also was a little girl, and she kind of stood up to everybody when they wanted Jon to be king. So yeah, that was a pretty cool scene there too. But of course, my favorite scenes were all the ones with the dragons.
Lena Mormont.
Yeah, Mormont. There you go.
Vader.
Yeah. So and then as far as like things I didn't like is just basically that scene between Alicent that she leaves the castle and she's like in the forest and just kind of chilling out and she's going for a swim and you're like, did we really need to see that? I mean, we could have just gotten one super quick little scene that showed us that she was kind of leaving, kind of doing things on her own, getting away from people. We didn't need it to cut back and forth on her. But I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, like I said, my favorite part was the dragons at the end.
And I think it showed a little bit of the dragons at the end. So they had to meet up. And that was...
that's the beginning. That's when Rhaenyra goes to question Alan as to why he has sea smoke. And Alan, he bent the knee super quick and he's like, no, I consider you my queen and I want to serve you in any way that I can. So she decides to let him obviously have sea smoke. So basically, the whole point of this episode was it was set up last episode and at the end of the previous one before that is that they're trying to find illegitimate children of the Targaryens to see if they can get riders for their last 2 dragons who are left without a rider. So that's Vermithor and Silverwing. And so they have this brilliant plan to spread word in King's Landing that they need any illegitimate children, that if you believe that you have that blood in you, for them to go to Dragonstone and try to claim a dragon. And that's where everybody was making those jokes in the comments, is that there was a big old barbecue that was held because Vermithor went first. And if you know your dragon lore, Vermithor is just a little bit smaller than Vhagar, the one that Aemond is riding. And badass dragon. He's like a big old savage. So as soon as the first person tried to, claim him, he went crazy and started burning everybody and eating everybody.
Oh my gosh. So you finally got your dragons.
I finally got my dragons, and we finally got to see how they kind of bond and find their dragon rider. So that was pretty cool too. And it was actually a character called Hugh that did finally end up claiming Vermithor. And they're implying that he's the daughter of Sarah Targaryen, who was the daughter of Jaehaerys Targaryen, the previous king. But her story is like really crazy. And let's just say that she ended up in the pleasure houses and did not follow. Yeah. So she ended up having him, and that's what they're implying. They haven't really said it in the show, but they're implying it. Because he says something about how he's embarrassed of his mom. So he claims the dragon. So that's Hugh Hammer. And then there's another dragon, Silverwing. And that one, we've seen this character before throughout the season. His name is Ulf. And he's always kind of like in places telling people that he is also like a son of the Targaryens, and no one kind of believes him. So when he goes and kind of takes a shot at this, he stumbles on Silverwing, and it's the funniest scene ever because he's terrified. And then like Silverwing kind of like crawls over to him, and it looks like she smells him, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I guess you'll do. Let's go." And he's able to claim her. But it's so funny. Like the other dragon went crazy, started eating everybody, and this other dragon was like, "Oh, hey there." Climb aboard. And then the very, very, very last shot of this was so good. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if you can find it anywhere, but it should be on X everywhere. But they kind of, it's like a show of strength that Rhaenyra is kind of showing off to Aemond. All of a sudden, everybody starts freaking out in King's Landing, and they're like, a dragon, a dragon. So then Aemond opens the window, and you see that it's Silverwing with Ulf like flying over King's Landing. And he's like, what the heck's going on? So he runs out to get Vhagar, and as he's flying out to Dragonstone to catch this dragon, he gets close enough to see that all of a sudden there's like a bunch of dragons behind Rhaenyra, and that's one of the coolest shots I have ever seen. And then it looks like Rhaenyra's dragon Syrax is like roaring, and it's so funny. A lot of people were saying that, wow, Syrax must have been telling Vhagar so many things in that moment.
I think I found it. Is that it?
Yeah, but it's a wider shot. It shows you like dragons that are in there. Let me see if I can find it real quick on X.
Okay. So it was like a dragathon.
Yeah, so it's basically showing her that he may have the biggest dragon, but now she has more dragons, and she has some very big dragons, because Silverwing and Vermithor are actually some of the bigger dragons that they have right now. Oh, let me see.
If you share your screen, I'll put it up.
Okay, I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can just send you the link. Let me see.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so iconic. It's probably my favorite shot, next to the one of Drogon actually flying out behind Daenerys, and you can see the wings. Oh, so cool.
All right. Let's see. I'm glad you finally got, something yummy.
A little more in action.
Right. Am I sharing that right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you see how cool that looks? All the dragons.
That looks pretty cool. Yeah, and with the castle in the background.
That's so cool. And then her dragon starts going crazy. That's where she's probably like, oh yeah, now what? Now what? Now what you got
Say
for
something,
us?
punk.
Yeah. She's like, you thought you were tough? All right, come at us, bro. And yeah, Eamon kind of panics and he sees all these dragons and he's like, oh, nope, not today. And he turns around. But yeah, these dragons are so cool. Oh my gosh. If I could wish for anything in this world, it would be for a dragon.
Until you have to feed them.
I'm not gonna say
Lily's thinking of coworkers already.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. But yeah, oh my gosh, that was such a cool scene. So yeah, this is what I mean. Like, the dragons aren't necessarily fighting. We're not getting to see a lot of that stuff, but you actually get to see the dragons finally doing something, like when they're choosing their rider. And you get to see exactly how savage the dragons are, because we've only ever seen them interact with their riders. And you see that they do have this bond with their riders, that they're not, aggressive towards them. But then you see exactly how it can go completely wrong when these dragons have not chosen you. And like Vermithor went crazy and he didn't even care about anything. He just started burning everybody, started eating everybody. And that kind of shows you that, like, okay, these dragons are not something to be toyed with. You need to take them seriously.
Are you saying that Westeros dragons ain't nothing to F with? Westeros
Yeah, so yeah, definitely do not mess with these dragons. And then there's the scene of Hugh Hammer with Vermithor, where he just kind of came out and was like, all right, I'm right here, come at me. And then the dragon was like, oh, cool, you can be my new dragon rider.
There you go. Say, what's up, fool? What's up?
So yeah, this is a super cool episode. And then I love that we're getting to see all the different colors of the dragons now too.
Nice. Well, I'm glad this one was a happy dragon time.
I think episode 8 sounds like it's going to be cool. And then if you guys are, I know the book is out, so there's spoilers there with the book, but obviously, they're changing it a little bit. So if you don't want any spoilers, I did see yesterday that the entire episode, like what's going to happen in the episode, did leak yesterday. So just be careful that you guys don't come across all of those leaks, because it is rumored that there's going to be a major character death. And I think I know who it is. So, yeah, just try and stay away from the
Interflux.
Because I know there's going to be that one person that has to just screw it up for everybody and put up all the spoilers.
Oh, wow. Nice. So this is tracking now along with what's going to happen. Do you still think they're going to stretch it out for another season, or you think like they're back on track?
No, yeah, I mean it ends next week. So I don't think we're gonna see one battle. I think it's gonna be the Battle of the Gullet.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna see next week.
So is that the one?
And then for the next season is when we're gonna see more fighting. Finally, the war is gonna go in its full glory after this one.
And you think it's gonna, like Cosmic Vader says, it's gonna end in the Battle of the Gas?
Yeah, that's the Battle of the Gullet.
Battle of the Gullet. Gullet. Nice. Well, boom. House of El Dragón.
So,
and
yeah.
Scale of 1 a 10 elotes. What would you give it?
Oh my gosh, this one is definitely like an 8.5, 9 for me. This one is an awesome episode.
So it's 9 dientes de dragón. De 10 dientes.
They're so cute. Like, my mind and my heart are both telling me they're adorable and that I could totally pet a dragon.
Oh my gosh. Why is it? What is that? It's just like all our people are crazy. Because my wife all the time is just like, oh, look, there's a bear. And, oh, isn't it so cute? And then she sees the videos. I sent her, it's my fault too, because I sent her videos of bears eating peanut butter. and jelly sandwiches and stealing lasagna. He's like, oh, the bear's so cute. I'm like, do not go by the bear. Lily, do not go by the dragon. Don't try to feed the dragon tacos.
Oh, but they're so cute. It's with all of these like animals that are all dangerous. Why are they so adorable? Like I don't get it. Like my favorite animal ever are lions. And they're so adorable.
Gosh.
Like, why do you make them so cute if you don't want to hug them?
These are the same dragons that just like a few episodes ago, like tore apart like another dragon in person or something, didn't they? Like in mid-flight.
Well, yeah, in this episode, this dragon ate I don't know how many people and like burned everyone else alive. And I was
Lily's
still
like sitting in the background, like, oh look, it killed another person. Oh, it ate another person. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, I was sitting there like Rhaenyra, like, aw. Look at him go.
I can see so many people in my job that I could just feed it.
He's so cute. It's because they're cute. I don't know what it is. They're adorable.
Cute dragons. Nice.
Yes, and then especially when you see them interact with, like, I don't like Aegon in this TV show, but his interaction with Sunfire was so cute. Like, he came out and basically, like, snuggled into him, and Aegon, like, went and, like, petted him and stuff, and you're like, aw, you see, they do have, like, a bond with their writers, and they're super cute. They're, like, really big, dangerous murder machines, but they're adorable.
Super big murder machines that are adorable. That ponlo en una camiseta, and that's what you need to do.
They are. I can't help it. They're so cute.
But we have super cute dragons, and Lily is approving of them. But
I'm totally that meme. I don't know if you've seen it, but it says, I'm gonna be that person that's gonna die petting something I shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, Cosmic says, adorable como una serie de un misil nuclear. Yeah, you're like, oh, what a cute little, that nuclear missile is so cute, so adorable. Gotta pet it.
Well, they're cute.
Must pet it.
Yes,
Lily, do not go to the zoo. Well, something that people thought that was cute is the new. Did you see this? These are the still images of the Skeleton Crew.
I haven't. So I guess this is going to be more leaning towards a kids show, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Goonies. Basically E.T., I guess. I mean, they have the side card, so a lot of Harry Potter vibes, You got the little scooter. You got a little bit of a Star Trek reference, I guess, with the little eyeglasses and stuff. And the kids look adorable, and everybody's clean, and all the machines are clean in space.
The only thing that I heard about this is that I guess there was a problem with Kathleen Kennedy, that she didn't think there was enough agenda in this.
What? So it might be good, you're saying?
So a lot of people were saying, so this might actually be a good TV show. I don't think we're the target audience, though, because like I said, this looks like it's more for little kids. So, yeah, I don't know. It really wasn't on my radar from the beginning, because I'm like, but then again, the Clone Wars are also cartoons, and I enjoy those. So maybe I'll watch this with my nephew, and I'll see what he thinks about it.
Yeah, see what he thinks, right? But I guess the big thing is it going to sell any toys?
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's what.
He's 10. So he's 10. He loves The Mandalorian. I'll have him watch this with me and then see what he thinks about it.
Yeah, so I guess these are the other stills that they share. Um, si miran bien, el actor es Jude Law, um, que parece que va a ser el, el adulto en la serie. Y en verdad no sé de qué se trata la serie. Lily tampoco me parece que sabe de qué se trata la serie. Solo sabemos que va a ser algo más para niños, más para como una aventura infantil, pero con un poco de acción. Sí, Cosmic Raider. La Biblia está como de droids. Did you remember droids, Lily? It was they followed kind of like C-3PO,
Oh,
R2D2.
yeah. Yes, I do
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. So, yeah, tienes razón. Se parece algo como así. Ahí te da un close-up más de las speedsters, que son
See.
bicicletas. Y eso,
The description says it's an American science fiction television series, blah, 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 as part of the Star Wars franchise, taking place in the same time frame as the series The Mandalorian, and its interconnected spin-offs after the events of the film Return of the Jedi. Skeleton Crew tells a coming-of-age story about 4 children who make a discovery on their home planet, get lost in the galaxy, and go on an adventure to get back home.
so it's Lost in Space.
Yeah, basically.
It looks cute.
Yeah, it says the series follows 4 children who end up on an adventure to make their way home after being lost in the galaxy following a discovery they make.
All right,
And it
cool.
looks like Jude Law is playing somebody named Jode Wood, a Force user.
Okay, so
Law described him as a quick thinker who uses his charm to get out of different scenarios, and then it just has a bunch of little kids.
huh? Okay, yeah. So it looks cute. I think it looks kind of cute. It does have. I agree with Cosmic. It does have that droid vibe, and it could be a hit. Could be something fun.
Yeah.
Especially, we need fun things now. So
Yeah, I'll watch it with my
I,
little nephew because he's so like um he like I said, he likes the Mandalorian, and obviously we don't know if there's gonna be a season 4 because they're planning on making
yeah,
so
didn't they
that
make season 4 into the movie?
I have no idea what they're doing because at first they said that like no, the movie's actually gonna be turned into the movie's actually gonna be season 4. Or no, there's going to be a season 4 and then the movie, or the movie and then a season 4. Like, I don't know what they're doing anymore. And it's already been a while for season 3. So yeah, this kid is already like, are we getting more Mando? Or I'm like, I don't know, because Pedro's been busy making all these movies.
So maybe this is not the way, or
Yeah.
it could be the way. We don't know the way, but there's another way, and it's coming along. Supposedly, did you see the new Rings of
Oh my God, yeah.
Superpoderes? Oh,
I didn't think it could get stupider, and it got stupider.
yeah. So we're not gonna play the audio on it, but as we see, the writer comes into town. And what do you think about this whole? Do you have the fake
Those
rings?
rings look awful.
Don't they? It's like
They look
people
like
keep going. Did you see them?
I
Go
was
ahead.
telling a friend of mine that they look like those rings that you used to get out of the 25-cent machines.
Oh yeah, did you see the thumbnail that I did? On the thumbnail, I put the ring pop. Somebody had put the ring pop on it.
They look so cheap. Oh my gosh.
More ring bath and beyond.
They look so bad. And yeah, they do look like ring pops. Whenever they're wearing them, like the thing comes out like up to there. It's so weird. I don't know who felt that was a good design and they were like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, it's so. they have to be hefty, you know?
Yeah. They look so cheap.
Hell, Keynote. What's up, man? Gracias por estar con nosotros. And then they have, of course, the helmet, Sauron, and more rings splashing.
Nenya.
Then it's like a huge ring.
Out of, I can't complain about the makeup and stuff of the dwarves. They actually look really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything else just doesn't make sense, doesn't look good.
Yes, they only had like budget for certain things, and then all right, so we're gonna spend money on makeup, but rings we get from Bath and Beyond closeouts, Spirit Warehouse. It's more ring pops. That's so huge. The thing is huge. Yeah, that's a ring pop.
It's not pretty at all.
So do it, Galadriel. And we still have more of the wonderful super cots. Weird ears. That's the thing I have with this. The elves are supposed to be beautiful and ethereal, and they make them look so
like
not
everyone
ethereal.
else.
Yes. Yeah.
Peter Jackson did a really great job kind of distinguishing between everybody, because if you remember when they're in Lothlorien and even in wherever the elves are, you can kind of see this like glow behind them.
Yeah.
And the way that they picked all of the actors, it's people that not necessarily that you look at them and you go, wow, these are the most like beautiful. They're people that look unique. And you can kind of tell that they're a little bit otherworldly. Whereas the people they chose for this series, they look like everyone else, but just with pointy ears. And I think that's my issue with it. Like, you don't necessarily have to be like the most beautiful person in the world to play an elf. You just have to have a unique look that you can look at them and go, they're not quite human.
Yeah. Como dicen la gente, un rostro interesante. No eres lindo, pero tienes un rostro interesante. Y obviamente no estamos diciendo nada de los actores, no estamos diciendo nada de las personas que obviamente Amazon trajo para hacer esos personajes. Ellos no tienen la culpa. Pero si ven, no se ve como algo que saliera de una historia de Tolkien. Este señor tiene el pelo de cabello recién salido del salón de tu tía y no parece algo que diga, oh, esto es una persona de otro mundo, que en verdad sería para pensar. Y ahí viene la otra, el chupete.
And yeah, not to say that they're not, necessarily attractive people. Like, I don't think she's ugly. She's pretty. And the guy that plays Elrond isn't ugly either. He's attractive. But it just doesn't read off like, oh my gosh, this is someone else who doesn't come from this world.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. They really miscast a lot of these people because they just don't. They just don't match who they're supposed to be.
But no, Lily, wait. If you look at the ring, doesn't it look like it's a raspado? Like you're waiting for him to like put the all the toppings on it. Yeah, the syrup on it. Raspados, tenemos de rings, tenemos de anillos del poder, tenemos de tamarindo.
Those rings look awful. Oh my god.
How can you?
I have no idea what they were thinking with these rings. The ones that they had in the Lord of the Rings were like by far a million times better.
Classy. Oh, Cosmic dice Mood Rings of Power.
Oh my gosh.
Cambian
Yeah,
el color.
they're so ugly.
Oh. Y eso es lo que decimos porque todo que tienen que ver con los elves, en verdad, tiene que ser hermoso, tiene que ser de otro mundo, tiene que hacerte, porque son como los ángeles del planeta, en verdad. Y mirando esto, uno no dice, wow, eso es tan clásico, tan hermoso, ¿no? I mean, it doesn't seem ethereal to me. It doesn't seem like, oh, look, this is so, only elves could pull this off.
And when you look at the they look terrible. I'm sending you another link of what Galadriel's ring actually looks like.
Okay.
In Peter Jackson's adaptation. Oh, oops. I think I sent you a Google long link.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're sending me somewhere. Okay.
Try that one instead.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me see. All right.
And they have the comparison right there between the rings of.
Imagine elves with design. Yeah. Such a difference.
And then if you scroll down, it does actually give you the two comparisons between the Rings of Power one and this one.
Yeah.
And this is Peter Jackson's.
Go away.
Or maybe if you scroll through it, I'm not sure, but it's on my page.
It's got so many ads. That's why. Go away. All right, let me see if I can get out and then scroll back. Because let me go to the link again then and open it up again. Okay, I got it. Yeah, it's better. Ooh. Ahí está. Boom. Fuera Best Buy. Okay. Oh, okay. Y estos son the Rings of Power. Wow.
The ring pops.
The ring pops of power. Ok. ¿Y qué dicen ustedes? Este es de Peter Jackson. Este es de los anillos del desgracia. Wow.
They're so awful. Oh my gosh.
No, but regresando al trailer, Casa, okay. Y esto no es New Zealand ahora, ¿no? Estaban filmando en Inglaterra, me parece.
Yeah, I think it's England. Yeah, something.
Ese está lindo. Pero este es otro elf, ¿no?
I think it's the same ones. It looks like it's Elrond and Galadriel.
Why did they cut their hair? Yeah, see, the makeup on this is amazing. They did a great job.
Yeah, they actually look pretty cool. But then they do like some of the shots and they look like for sure it's on some soundstage.
Mm. Dun dun dun. Oh, all right.
Big old gigantic rings.
Isn't it? I keep waiting for like them to be like Red Lantern rings, like Oh, more Bath and Beyond. Oh, Galadriel. Oh, pura acción, Lily.
Now we see that the elves are very inclusive.
Very inclusive, very diverse.
Very diverse and inclusive.
As folks who have more melanin than some, and dressed up as elves, we don't need the representation, folks. It was fine.
There was nothing wrong with the story before.
Yeah, you don't need to add us. We're cool. We're fine. And definitely don't add the drapes of your grandmother to make the clothes for your actors. The deceiver.
There's just something about this entire production that
It's looks all, yeah.
It looks so like it might be the cameras that they're using that's screwing it all up, because I'm guessing that, this show costs like $50 bajillion to make. So they're using the best of everything. And I'm pretty sure they're using like the best quality cameras that they have. And I think that's what's screwing them up, is that a lot of these newer cameras film everything in such high definition that everything looks fake. That's why a lot of filmmakers are going back to using some older cameras to kind of get that feel that you're in a movie and you're not in like a theater production, because this gives me the look that it's a theater production. And it just doesn't look good because everything is so high definition.
Yes.
Compared to like Lord of the Rings, where everything feels like very gritty, very lived in, you believe that you're in that world. These people just don't look that way. They look like they showed up, put on the costumes, and they're about to put on a theater production, because everybody's so clean, everybody's so like pristine. It just looks bad.
Ain't nobody elf like me. I'm just so fresh and so elf. Wherefore thou's I. Did you get your Bath and Beyond ring? I mean, there's some cool stuff, some not so cool stuff.
Like when they're outside, you can see the difference, because you're like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like you fire your director. But Lily, these are all female directors, so don't you feel appreciated?
No.
That's where they spend the money on Twitter's 5.
I feel seen, I guess. As they say. I feel seen.
Oh. Magic. Oh, remember that, Lily?
Remember the Balrog?
Remember? Remember, Marys.
Balrog of Morgoth.
Oh, more ring pops. Yeah.
See, like the dwarves are the only ones that look like they should.
Porque se ven locos, se parece a tu tío después que salió del fin de semana y de tomarse demasiadas chelas. Hey, güey, ¿qué onda, güey? No, hombre, tienes tus anillos, ya sabes, güey, los anillos acá lo tengo, güey. Elves had way too many modelos. August 29th. Can't wait, Lily.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh. Are we gonna do one like every week like we did the Acolyte? Are we gonna
I think so. Last time they actually did release one by one.
Oh boy.
I will be ready on Twitter.
Oh my gosh. Darkness would bind him. Dun, dun, dun. She's back. I thought this was set like way into the future.
Honestly, they mixed up everything that you can't really pinpoint what point they're supposed to be at. Because they're putting things in that shouldn't exist.
Right.
And I think they just don't care. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, that's what's Tom Bombadil. With more lines that he ever had in his whole life. How dare you, Sal? Oh. Cool elf, don't look at explosions. That's right. Walking off with explosions in the back. Well, use it as a weapon. Oh boy.
It looks like we're getting X this season.
The first elf of color, Lily, and she's got an axe to grind.
The dwarves. Well, we saw her last season.
Oh, the spiders. Remember the spiders?
And that's supposed to be Shelob, but she's smaller.
Really?
She's not as old, yeah. That's Shelob.
Oh, there we got the trees.
The ents.
Oh boy.
Is that a cherry blossom ent?
Yes. Yep. Yes, it is. Fully flowered, by the way. Oh my goodness. Ah, ahí tienen mi primo.
The other elf guy's back.
Yeah. Oh, the eagles.
Remember the eagles.
Remember the eagles. Remember.
See, the eagles are adorable too.
Well, now I gotta give you that one. That is
the birds of prey.
The birds of prey. Oh, so got some orcs.
Sauron that we knew was Sauron all along.
Sauron that we know is Sauron. It was Sauron all along, Lily. They should have changed it instead of Agatha all along. It was Sauron all along.
I think they did put that on the poster.
Did they? Oh my gosh. She's doing the twist. She's doing the twist. Oh, she's got some arrows. She is cooler than anybody. Wow. 3D printed helmets. Death to our foes. That's actually a cool shot, though. Boom. Well, that was pretty cool, too.
Actually fighting.
There you go. Los Anillos del Poder. Are you not entertained?
August 29th.
Boom. Oh, we got a super chat. Woohoo! Keno Bruce sent a super chat saying Peter Jackson poured his heart and soul in the movies. Amazon poured its malice and cruelty into the franchise and is shown in story and art. Man! Woohoo! That was well said. He is not wrong, man. And we thank you so much. This one's for you, Keno.
you're coming off a little muffled.
I'm muffled. Am I there? Am I back?
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't put enough. I didn't put enough raspa in my ring of power. That's what happens. But they already had a little bit of controversy, of course, because they were talking about some, I guess, the elf with the most said that Amazon's Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power Star Defense series race swapping. A lot of people speaking on behalf of Tolkien. I don't know if they understand the spirit of Tolkien.
I don't think they understand Tolkien. This is supposed to be kind of like a history of England and everything around there. So if you haven't noticed, yeah, none of us with this much color were around there back then.
A lot of rain.
Like, I'm sorry, this is just really dumb to me. This would be like trying to make a history of like the Aztecs, and then you try to bring in different people that from like Asia. It doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
Why would you do that to something that's supposed to be based on England? It doesn't make sense.
Well, people need to be seen. It's the super rings of power. Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's an
yeah,
English mythology.
These people don't understand it. They don't understand Tolkien.
And you saw what Gary shared the other day, right? With that. This was at Comic-Con. And they're talking about bringing in a different kind of representation into the mix. Let's see if let me know if you can hear it, Lily.
I did see this.
Did you
Unfortunately.
this?
So many of us in the LGBT community.
You saw this one? Can you hear it?
Turn it up a little bit more.
Okay.
I can barely hear it.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
So many of us in the
You hear it?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
LGBT community see ourselves in Tolkien's writings. Any chance we'll see ourselves on the show?
Maybe you have already.
Ah, shucks. So many scoops.
So many.
Wow. Yeah, that happened. I mean, guys, if you guys can't really, I mean, talk about honoring the lore. The man was a deep, devout Catholic. He wrote this as a mythology, like a love song to the mythology of England, and everything. You just want to put everything in the kitchen sink. You know what? Also, he didn't have in there. He didn't have no techno representation. You know, when was the last? Was there any disco beats? Really, DJs aren't represented in Tolkien.
It's just really sad. I don't understand people nowadays that they need to see themselves in all of these projects to enjoy it. I was in high school when I first got super into Lord of the Rings and like read all the books, watched the movies. I didn't need to see anybody that looked like me for me to be able to feel what those characters were feeling. And I don't understand now why everyone's like, what? I don't see myself in that. Why isn't there a person that looks exactly like me? Why is it? This is a fantasy, first of all. This is something that's supposed to take you out of the real world. So it's kind of like in video games. The very few that I've actually played, I never make the character look anything like me because that's boring. I want the character to look a little bit different than me. And if it does look close to, if I do want it to look kind of like me, it's still really, really different. And I don't understand these people, how they can't live their lives without having to see an exact copy of themselves on screen. And they dropped the ball on it anyway, because they told us that that elf that you just had on the screen, he's a Latino, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But he's black. So that doesn't represent me because I'm not I'm not a black
What?
Latino. So how are you telling me that, oh yeah, Latinos should be able to see themselves because we have this actor here? I don't, because that doesn't represent me. I'm not a black Latina. So where's my representation if you want to get picky to that point, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think that's why that's stupid. You can't please everybody. You can't represent everyone. You're telling a story, and the right people will come to your story and enjoy it. Like, stop trying to change other things. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying.
It's so annoying. But you know what's not annoying? It's Midnight's Edge Raid! Woo! Welcome,
Everybody.
Midnight's Edgers. Olaf, ¿qué pasó? We got Sanders. ¿Qué pasó? Got Boo the Great, Black Man on the spectrum. Where's my representation? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm on the spectrum. They didn't. Why aren't we on the screen? Well, I think we are. We just don't know it. We're in the background. Are we the orcs?
And then as for this, like, why do you need LGBTQ representation? Like you said, he was a devout Catholic. I'm sorry, but you don't need to be represented in everything. Like, I'm over it.
It's over. Yeah. You wanted to say something, Polly?
Hey, what's happening? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
What's going on, Midnight's Edge, Midnight's Edgers, Midnighters? It's good to have you, everyone here. Yeah, I just want to kind of just go with what Lily was saying. You know, oh, sorry, baby. As I crush one of my dogs.
Oh no.
He's all right. You okay? Really
He's like,
fast.
Dogs like that's the wrong kind of representation.
Yeah, if you look over my shoulder there's a poster of my one of my lead characters of my fantasy novellas that I'm writing, and Lily's absolutely right. You know, it makes no sense to have anything other than what was written in these fantasies. You know, write your own, create your own. I'm doing it. And guess what? Just because they happen to be of a certain background doesn't mean that anyone who's not from there can't be seen in those stories. You know, I'm picking from all the Mesoamerican lore, but kind of like jumping with time and all that fun stuff because I want to. But it's not about, oh, look at my skin color, look at where I'm from. It's using those lores, those characters from the Mesoamerican past, and making them just really interesting and doing something really different with them, like what Tolkien did. Tolkien wanted England to have its own mythology, its own lore, and I think that is wonderful. It's beautiful. We all love it. We all love it. It is lazy. It's a lazy sickness now that has gone through Hollywood. It's called race swapping, and it is a excuse me. It is just so damn lazy. If they really cared about representation, then they would create all brand new mythology and lore. They're all there. Every culture has it. It's so yeah. And I'm just I just wanted to add to that. Lily's right on the money, and I'm seeing in all those characters. I'm Aragorn at sometimes. I'm Frodo sometimes. Because the things they do and the courage and the cool stuff and and the sadness, whatever. That's how we're all together on this. But I just wanted to touch on that, and I think I think what they've done is totally demeaning to Professor Tolkien's work, and the fact that for decades it's brought people of so many backgrounds united together as fans of his work. Ishmael, he's a good actor, but not in this. That's all I'm gonna say. I like his work in other movies. But he needs to shut the F up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. And bro. All right. Have fun, boys and girls. Thank you, Midnighters.
Oh, and get a copy of Polly's book. Boom. There it is. Put the link in the stuff. Get a copy of Polly's book, and it's available
$9.99.
now.
$9.99.
Click on the link right there, and boom, get a copy of it and witness the creation of a new Tolkien.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it takes all it takes is some hard work on the creator's part, and people from all different backgrounds, they'll see it, they'll see the work, and they'll judge it whether they like it or not. That's a whole different story. But you know, it's much more of a it means more than a race swap. You know, that's a whole different argument that me and Lily can also have on how Hollywood is just, you know, so full of it that if they really wanted representation, we know how. We got the answer. But anyways, go on. I just wanted to throw that in there. Take care, everybody.
All right. Yeah, Emerson said, literature is universal. No need to change it to fit each and every reader. We can all relate to human history. And Kiko says, too lazy. They want to hijack established IP to push their agenda. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just you want to take something that's already created, and then you want to jump on their bandwagon. Like Paulie said, he wanted to tell a story. He created the story. Nothing's stopping them from making JF. You know, like have at it. You could
It's just that they don't want to continuously put the work into it. Like if you were to create an entirely new original superhero, it might not catch right away. It might be years. And what these people want is to take something that's already been established to create it into something that they want to do so that they don't have to wait and put in the work for anything. That's what they're doing with Star Wars. They want to insert all of their stupid agenda into it instead of creating their own thing. They have to hijack it and put in all of their stuff into it. Like the Higher Republic, why did they need to do all that stuff into it? Like you go and you see, I guess, the comic books and the books that they wrote about it, they have so much stupid stuff in there that in the Star Wars universe doesn't even make sense. Like how they have the non-binary twins or whatever. Like, have you seen how many species exist in the world of Star Wars? And some of them, I'm pretty sure, are genderless. That makes no sense.
Aliens?
That makes no sense to me. And you're talking about the future where I'm pretty sure things are a little bit different, and I don't think that's their biggest concern at the time anymore when you have literal people like Palpatine creating empires that want to take everyone over and kill them. The last thing you're thinking about is probably sexuality and gender,
right,
and things like that. Because to them, I don't even think that really matters or exists in that world. Because if I'm pretty sure there's people that are shapeshifters that can shift into different genders.
Imagine that. Shapeshifters.
Was a character like that in the Clone Wars. So this makes no sense to me that in the Star Wars universe, they would care about things like this. And like I said, there's different species. There's different colors of skins of these different species. Some people have a bunch of fur, like the Wookiees. Why would you want to put that stuff in there? It makes no sense whatsoever. And George Lucas said it himself. If anything, the ones that are getting discriminated against are the droids.
Right.
And like, no, these people don't understand that they don't want to work for it. They don't want to create their own things. They have to put it under the umbrella of something that's already really popular. And it's annoying. And that's what happens. That's why Star Wars is at a point where it is right now. That all the actual fans, we feel like this stuff sucks now.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the sad part because we want to have fun with everybody else. We want to have vivid discussions. Last night we were with Paulie and Vex and Max and the DA, and everybody was arguing about Deadpool and Wolverine, and we were all having a good time and arguing with each other about this thing and that. But that's what you want. You want that fun. You want to be like, nah, Eldron, see, he didn't come back at this time. He came back at this time, and then but those are the fun things to argue about. You want to argue about, like, was the dragon, supposed to eat that writer or not? And it's like, wait a minute. I think it's said that those kind of fun conversations are what we want. We want those fun conversations. We don't want the drawn out political conversations, that really do nothing. But I know that something was on Lily's mind all this time and all this week. Really we have to honor that, because Lily is in a place and time right now where she has to have these feelings heard. And basically, this is what's been on her mind probably all week. And right now we're going to share it with you. This is what's been on Lily's mind, guaranteed, all week. Wasn't this all week? You went to see it, didn't you?
I did. Coming from the person that said last week on, I think, last week's show or the one previous, that I was like, I'm not really looking forward to this movie. It's whatever. And then I did go see it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a good movie.
But this is funny because I actually came out of the theaters kind of disappointed. So it is funny that we did come up with like two different sides on it. But this part is
disappointed.
I was actually disappointed. I didn't know how lewd it was going to be, and there was levels of lewdness, and then there was levels of lewdness on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should have waited for the PG-13 version if they're going to have one. It was just like foul. Like, I mean, by the way, guys, we're going to be doing spoilers probably.
Yeah.
On this one, but I was just like, they have the guys with the, genitalia kind of hanging out and things like that, and it's like you get the joke, but it's like, oh man, it's like one thing after another. There were so many cool things that I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and some other things that I was like, whoa, this is too much, and I guess what also did it for me, because I'm watching it in a theater with a bunch of kids, and you're kind of like, so part of me was like, oh my gosh, people are bringing kids to see this. So part of it was like a gag reaction. But this part was funny.
I mean, I actually think this is the tamest one of the three as far as that goes, because I didn't see really any nudity in this one. And if you saw the last one, part 2 was the one where you could see like all the junk hanging out. This one was actually pretty tame.
Some of those jokes were.
And I mean, it is Deadpool. If you're going to see a Deadpool movie, you should expect that. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. He is like that. He's always been like that. So this isn't anything new.
Yeah, and that's a part where what I should have done is watched maybe like the first one or second one or something like that, and then come into it.
Seen the first one or the second
No,
one?
I did. I saw the first one and the second one, but I had already forget. It was so long ago. I only watched it I think I watched the first one a couple times. I watched the second one maybe just once, and then I came in it like cold. I hadn't watched it for like a long time, so I might have erased it from my mind. Only like the cool parts, like, oh look, it's Cable, oh it's Domino. I'm like, they have Shatterstar, but then I'm thinking, why they have Shatterstar and not Long Shot, And the cameos for me were like the best and the worst in certain parts, but I was like, some of the parts was just it got out of control for me, like kind of quick. I did love the cameos. I did love Patch because I remember reading it, as a kid. I love reading Patch, the early comic book run of Wolverine when he got his own comic, and we were like, "What? Wolverine's gonna have a comic book?" And I was like, "Oh, cool!" So they did all the like different iterations and stuff of it, and I was like, "Oh man, that's super cool." But part of the stuff, it was like the it was a little chaotic and stuff. It was like a TikTok movie in a sense. You have like, okay, now we're going to this one and that one, and then it had the strong points. So I was like, whoa. It's some of the stuff hits you, some of the stuff is like kind of out of it. Some of the stuff went a little too long for me, but part of the stuff was kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. Kino says that we're going to see Mojo. I don't even know if we're going to get a Mojo world. See, that's what you were talking about, Lily. That's exactly the same. Have you heard about Mojo? He's a character in the comics, and I think they used him in some of the animation. And it's basically a world that's like a control, like by TVs, stuff like broadcasting. And that's who he brings in a lot of the X-Men into it. And that's where we get like Longshot, Shatterstar, and stuff like that, those characters. And those would be perfect to do this movie with, because he brings you into an alternate world. And you have to kind of play by his animation rules or his TV rules. And they had to do the TVA, which I'm like, wow, with the TVA, that I was like, oh my gosh, because did you watch any of Loki?
I've watched season 1 and it was really stupid, so I didn't watch season 2.
What did you think about the inclusion of the TVA?
It was all stupid. I didn't like it.
Yeah, and that's I think what Kiko is saying, because he's mentioning Mojo. I think if they would have brought in Mojo World, which is like we're saying, so basically it's like a complete like entertainment world. It runs on entertainment. So like if think of it like remember in Ragnarok where they're in the contest of champions and it's based on viewership and stuff. It's kind of the same as that. So you could bring all the heroes, you could bring all the stuff. They bring them in different worlds. I thought that would have been stellar. And this one got a little bit money for me. But it was I had fun until I thought about it, kind of thing, if that makes any sense. But it did kind of, I was like, oh no, I forgot how Deadpool is.
Yeah, guys. Now that Fletcher told you guys, don't listen to Fletcher. It's a good movie. Go watch it. Go watch it. No, actually, I think I had 2 issues with it. I agree with everybody about the plot. The plot was kind of a little bit lackluster. There wasn't really a lot going on. It was a little bit too easy to follow, and everything that happened was a little too easily accomplished. And I didn't like the villain. The villain to me was probably one of the weakest points, and I think that's what hurt the plot the most, is that spoilers, the villain is way overpowered, like beyond, and we see those powers immediately when they show up. I'm gonna try to be as non-spoiler as I can, because I know a lot of people haven't seen it, want to see it, and trust me, you don't want me to spoil the cameos. Maybe next week we'll get into it and actually spoil a little bit more. But there's a character in there that as soon as they arrive, she shows her complete powers. And after that, you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way that any of them can beat her. And at any point, she can kill any of these characters, and she just never does. And I think that's what messed it up for me, is that they picked a villain that's a little bit too overpowered for this first thing between Wolverine and Deadpool. And she should have been saved as maybe somebody in another movie, because yeah, she's just way too overpowered for me, that I was like, I'm like, I just saw her do this to this other character. Why doesn't she just do it to Deadpool? Just like too, like he's right there. Or Wolverine, he's right there. And she just never does. And that's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, the villain and then the plot. I think the plot suffered because of the villain that they chose. But as far as everything else, like I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, this is definitely not for kids. And like I said, this is probably the tamest of the three. So if you have older kids, teenagers, like I know my 17-year-old nephew's gonna want to see this. And yeah, it's still probably not appropriate, but you can't stop these kids from watching it sometimes. There were a bunch of kids in our theater too, but out of the three, this one is the tamest one out of all of them, because I think I even thought about it and I was like, oh wow, I'm surprised that we didn't see anybody naked. That was a first. And all of the jokes were, yeah, they're crazy, but it's Deadpool. That's what you expect out of a Deadpool movie. So I don't see why people are having a problem about Deadpool being Deadpool in a Deadpool movie. People were just complaining about a Mad Max movie without Furiosa in it. I mean, without Mad Max in it. And now we finally got Deadpool being Deadpool in a Deadpool movie.
Bye.
And it's hilarious. I loved it. And the way that they brought in Hugh Jackman to be Wolverine, that was so badass. Like, oh my gosh, I lost my mind. He did such a great job. It took me back to the X-Men cartoons. Like, I heard the little theme song playing in my head, and I was like,
You're
yeah. And they did such a great job. They had some amazing chemistry. Yeah, this part right. Got me.
Everybody in the screen was like,
that's my Wolverine. Deadpool is such a goof.
Yeah, it's like takes you like 20 years to do that.
Yeah, this scene got me.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of the other cameos too. I think like our entire theater was so much fun. Everybody was having so much fun. Like every single time that somebody was introduced like as a cameo, the entire theater would just erupt and like yelling and cheering and like, oh, that just made the experience like 1,000 times better.
Yeah, we should. Do you want to talk on the cameos, or you want to wait till next week?
I think we can talk and we can do it until next week.
Okay.
Because I know not everybody goes to watch it like on the opening weekend, and so maybe give everybody like another week to go watch it.
All right, so you guys have been warned. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you guys have been warned. Next week we'll do spoilers, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It's just another thing where, and it. Let me just make this point clear. A lot of people aren't liking this because it's not woke, it's not whatever, because I see that a lot. Oh no, people just like this movie because it's not full of the agenda and it's not full of the no. This is just a fun movie. If you honestly didn't like this movie, you don't like fun. I'm starting to see a pattern with the people that don't like it. You guys don't like fun. And it's just, I don't know, rage bait to get clicks. This is a very popular movie that's out right now. And if you put up that you don't like it, people are going to argue with you about why you're wrong. Or if they're trying to be edgy, rage baiting too, they're going to agree with you. So it's just, yeah, be careful with who you guys actually listen to with a lot of these things. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and listen to Lily. Because every time I post something, I hear nothing. But
don't even listen to
something,
me.
She gets like all the folks.
Don't even listen to me either. Go watch it for yourself.
Listen to Lily.
Why are you coming to us for this kind of stuff? Like maybe this might not be your kind of movie and you don't like it. You genuinely don't like it. So yeah, go watch this stuff for your own. That's what I keep telling people, because a lot of people say like, oh, what did you think about it? And it's like, well, this is kind of my thing. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But if it's not your thing, you're probably not going to like it. Like I have friends who absolutely do not like gore. and we can't go watch horror movies together because they don't like that kind of stuff. And to them, it's going to be an awful movie. Whereas I'll be like, oh, that was such a good movie, blah, 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 blah. You have to watch this stuff for yourself. Don't rely on us necessarily to tell you if it's good or not. Yeah. Like Fletcher's reasons for not enjoying it might be something different from mine, just because obviously we're not the same people.
What?
But yeah, just kind of watch out for the people who are just trying to rage bait you.
Yeah, but I think we can both say that it's not a young kids movie.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a young kids movie.
Not a young kids movie. But it is.
Mean, if you take like I said, if you take like the little kids that were in the theater, I don't even think they get the jokes.
No.
They're just there to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, they didn't get none of those. They don't
get the jokes. Like, I think there was even one joke that took a couple of us in the theater like a while to understand, because it was quiet when he said it, and then like 3 seconds later, everyone was like, "Oh!" So yeah.
But it is making a ton of money. Deadpool and Wolverine breaks another R-rated box office record on Tuesday, holds steady with 25 million plus update. Deadpool and Wolverine, it's number 4 Monday, of course, another R-rated record for the box office. But I hear so it's not only record for R-rated. I think it's breaking records even for just regular movies too. So I guess the first one was a Joker, who broke that big, huge R-rated, but this one is following and up on it. So it took in another 24 million. It was, I guess it's made a total of 259 million. And this guy's, I think some of these things are not even, they're not even the whole worldwide records. These are just, us, I believe.
Yeah. Because
not everything is it's coming in yet. All the information from other places. So it's I guess it sits behind Spider-Man: Far From Home, Amazing Spider-Man, The Lion King, Transformers, and Barbie among all Tuesday's earnings. So that's huge, Louis. A lot of people want to see this. Are you planning to see it again?
I want to. I definitely want to. It's just I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like, it's just so cool. And then of course you have Wolverine. I mean, come on.
And what do you think of Hugh Jackman's performance?
I think I agree with a lot of people that had been saying that this is probably one of his best performances as Wolverine. And I kind of like that you get to see him being going through this kind of arc that he does go through in this movie. And you get to see different acting from Hugh. You get to see him being, like, of course, the tough guy. And then you get to see him being a little more, talking about his feelings and how he's thinking about things, but of course in a Wolverine way. And it's just a good movie. Just go watch it. You guys will not be sorry watching it. There's a lot of action scenes. The action is super cool. I thought the CGI on the things were actually good too. It didn't look awful like a lot of other Marvel stuff.
Nice. Yeah. So, thumbs up, Lily.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up. Mine is a 1.5. But if you think Disney is gonna say, yes, this is so awesome, Deadpool and Wolverine making so much money, we got to capitalize on this, right? And they're gonna do something that makes sense, right, Lily? They would do that, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they?
It's Disney, no.
Right, and guess what they're gonna do?
Yeah. Deadpool's replacement, his daughter.
That's right. Boom. How successful is Deadpool and Wolverine? What should we do as a successful company? Let's replace him with his daughter. That's messed up. Polly says you're literally dropping truth. Gigo said no one's gonna buy it. Yeah, nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah. It's Disney. Everyone expects this already. I honestly don't even think any of us are surprised anymore. We're just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever.
Para que las personas que no sabían, Deadpool recién tanto éxito en todo el mundo de la película de Deadpool y Lobazo. Did you know that, Lily? His name is Lobazo in Spanish. I thought it was just going to be Wolverine, but I guess
that's interesting,
isn't it? So, en la película de Wolverine, de Deadpool y Lobazo, siendo la más popular ahora reciente película con de adultos es R, y Disney dijo, y Marvel dijo, ¿sabes qué vamos a hacer? Vamos a traer a su hija y vamos a reemplazar a Deadpool con su hija en las revistas de cómics, porque Deadpool en las revistas ahora está muerto y ahora van a tener su hija Ellie y va a tener el mantel de Deadpool y vamos a seguir a ella en vez de Deadpool en sus nuevos cómics. Y no estás emocionado para recibir esta noticia que van a reemplazar a Deadpool después del gran éxito de la mejor película del mundo ahora con su hija. Y vamos a matar este personaje y lo vamos a reemplazar con su hija. Si no creía que es la peor noticia, no estás escuchando. Midnight Edge en español, noticias, Lily.
Yeah.
The monkey says Ellie is in Deadpool Wolverine. She was a futuristic Deadpool. Cool. Well, now she's the official Deadpool, I guess. But the other big news that came out this week was that some homeboy is gonna be coming back to the world. So, can you hear that, Lily?
In the world,
Yeah.
to play that character.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
Manga de locos. And he put the Iron Man sunglasses.
New mask. Same task. What did I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
Wow.
Wow. What'd you think about that, Lily?
Well, as you guys can see from my face, I'm not excited.
What?
I love Robert Downey Jr. If you guys have been following me long enough, you know that Iron Man is my favorite Avenger. And this is such a desperate move. Like, I don't think they wanted to bring him back as Iron Man, as obviously, as we all know, he died in Endgame. But they want someone to pull people back in and pull fans back in, because obviously all of the slop that they've been releasing, people have not liked. And they thought they could do it with Robert Downey Jr. And I've already kind of seen people saying that they're excited about it. And this is what happens. We're trying to fight this little culture war with these people. But as soon as they give you just a little bit, it pulls you back in and it loses everything. So no, I'm standing my ground. I don't like this. There are so many other actors they could have chosen to be Victor Von Doom, and my personal favorite probably would have been Luke Evans. I think he would have done a fantastic job playing him. He's got the right amount of like, you could see him kind of like as a villain and being, bad, and like, I don't know. If you guys don't know who Luke Evans is, just look him up. He looks like he could fit the role. But yeah, I don't like this. He's Iron Man. He's Tony Stark. And then of course I saw the people coming in actually in the comic book.
Actually,
there's a multiverse version where Tony Stark is actually Doctor Doom. And it's like, okay, but they haven't exactly been following the comic books. So shut up.
yeah, and that's a very short run. It happened for like I want to say it's like even one issue. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's it's this one. It's called Infamous Iron Man, and that's when Tony Stark kind of an alternate universe became Doctor Doom. I don't know if that's what they're doing.
I don't think so, because they said in that clip they called him Victor Von Doom.
Yes. Yeah.
They didn't call him Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's actually playing a different person.
Actually, should do the
and yeah, that's why I don't like it. They could have cast anyone else. And then the other thing that bothers me too is that he's getting paid over $80 million for this role. That is ridiculous to me. These salaries for these actors are getting bananas. And it's actually kind of pissing me off now, because there's actual people in this world who are getting a lot of skills, like doctors, engineers, lawyers, things like that, who will never get paid this much money for actually helping people.
Plus the
Russos. $80 million.
Plus the Russos. So you have 80 million, then you have the Russos, however millions they got, plus the writers and all they're going to have 50 million cast members or whatever. And then they're going to be like, oh, wait a minute, we still haven't shot one piece of film. This is just basically the overhead. But it's over. I think who said it? Hold on one second. Yeah, I think Amankajiva said it. So over 80 million between the two movies. So the two movies are going to be the Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And that's the other one, because we can talk about the next one was Fantastic Four that came out, parts of it. Did you see any of that, Lily?
Yeah, I did.
Because of course you did.
Somebody leaked a trailer, so I actually watched it before they kept taking them all down.
I don't think I was trying to pull some. I have the video, but we can show some slides in a little bit because it ties into this. As you see on the Avengers Secret Wars, they do have partly some of the stuff from the comics, which is you seeing him against Reed Richards on that one. So I guess that's the one that they're touting for it. So it's going to be interesting. And you know who else it's supposed to play Doctor Doom? Because it's not just him, Lily. It's not just Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. Did you hear who else might be playing Doctor Doom? They say a certain gentleman might be playing Doctor Doom. I don't know, my shirt with him. So they're saying that basically they might have Vigo Mortensen playing another variant of Doctor Doom. So we have the connection. It's another one, yeah. What do you think? Don't be so excited.
Um,
Now, I can see Vigo playing Dr. Doom.
I mean, Vigo's a great actor. I'm
Right.
sure he can pull it off. This is better than freaking Robert Downey Jr. That's for sure.
Well, it's supposedly another multiverse. It's not just like, okay, this is Dr. Doom. So this is going to be like a bunch of, you know.
But didn't it say that he's going to be playing like Dr. Doom Prime? Doesn't that mean that he's the first, like that he's the actual one? So he would be the actual one, and Robert Downey Jr.'s
A
variant.
variant. That's
So
what we don't know.
why
We
don't
just
they
know that Vigo's in talks.
So why don't they just give Vigo the actual movies that Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to be doing?
It's Disney, Lily. Don't try to make sense. It's a multiverse of madness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Cosmic says that Brian Crossan would have been if he would have been a good older Doom, I think. Yeah. But yeah, the Robert Downey Jr. sells tickets and gets people in seats, and they want him back again. They're gonna turn this around and twist it and stuff and make it like, all right, this is going to be one Doom, and that Doom's going to try to be good probably, and that's going to be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to take him out again, or for reasons. Or yeah, Lily's not happy about it.
What's the thing is, I haven't been interested in Marvel since Endgame.
Right.
I think the only movies I've actually seen in theaters since then have been Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Mm-hmm.
and now Deadpool and Wolverine. I am so mad at myself. I didn't even watch Spider-Man. I think I was like working way too much during that time, and I never got to see it. But I haven't seen any of their Marvel movies. Like, they just have been so bad.
Mm. So you're having Marvel fatigue, but they just brought you back, Lily. They brought you back with.
Not really, because I'm not gonna watch like the Falcon movie. I'm not gonna watch.
You're not gonna watch Captain Falcon?
Like, maybe the Agatha TV show, maybe, but
We gotta suffer through that one.
yeah, but like all the other movies, I'm not really. I'll probably watch Fantastic Four, but that's because I like Pedro. I want to see if it's actually going to be good or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still not looking forward to anything with Marvel. So no, they didn't bring me back. I'm being very picky about what I watch and what I spend.
I don't know. I think they have something on the works that you're going to be excited about. Check this out.
They should have made Ryan Gosling Black Panther.
No. Yeah. So we'll see. That's a rumor that obviously we're gonna have a lot of stuff happening with the Marvel Universe, and part of it is the Lily's boyfriend making a comeback as El Señor Fantástico.
Yeah, that's why we don't have any more Mandalorian.
There you go. I just don't know why they went with the mustache.
Trust me, he looks better with a mustache.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't look good without it? Shouldn't he do the goat teeth? I mean, they have Reed Richards with the goat teeth. He looks good, but with the mustache, he throws me off. It doesn't look like Reed Richards to me.
And just to be clear, I think this entire cast was miscast.
I agree with you on this one. I totally agree. I know that everybody likes it, I don't.
I don't like any of them.
I don't like any of it. You know what, Vanessa Kirby I like, but I think they should have gotten a younger actress. I don't know why they keep getting like, you know, all these famous actors.
I think they should have gone with the younger cast overall. With like,
yes, I agree. Just younger people, unknowns. That's gonna be cheaper.
Yeah, especially because I think that if you're trying to establish like these characters, you can't pick people that have already been other major characters. Like we recognize Pedro from so many things that's why I said I'm upset that we don't have any more Mandalorian, and this is why.
Yes, for the character.
It's not ageism. It's just that if you want if they're planning to have these actors playing these characters for a really long extended time, it makes sense. I mean, that was kind of James Gunn's excuse for recasting Henry Cavill, is that he went with a younger actor because he plans on using him for the next, like the joke said in Deadpool and Wolverine, for the next until he's 90. So, and I think what's his name, Joseph Quinn, is the only one that's like pretty young-ish, but I think he's a terrible choice for Johnny.
I don't like it either. Yeah, he doesn't look. Yeah,
he doesn't look the part. He looks too sweet. He looks too nice. He looks too much like a little kid that you're like, I don't think he can pull off playing Johnny. Like he's a good actor, so hopefully he'll pull it off. But just the look by itself just doesn't do it.
Yeah, like he's a playboy.
When you compare him to Chris Evans, I think Chris Evans did a great job playing Johnny Storm.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with the Deadpool. I was like, man, I just felt like they did him wrong in that one. It was funny, but it just felt like, oh man, you're kind of like pooping on the character. Yeah. Yes, I said pooping. Language.
Yeah, I don't like this cast. I don't like any of them.
Yeah. Monkey was right. Thing was microchip on that Punisher movie. Did you ever watch that Punisher movie, Lily?
Which one?
Oh my gosh, which one he was in? He was in the TV show, the Marvel Punisher TV show.
I don't think I saw the TV show.
He was pretty good.
It's because I got confused because I know it was Thomas Jane and then it was the other actor. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
No, this is Beltran, I think it's his name.
Yeah, him.
It's the Netflix one. It's the one that if you ever watched, you should check it out. I think you would like it.
I think I started it and I didn't like it.
No?
Yeah, I think I started it and I was like...
It's just a hard grader, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer before they took it down, and it looks kind of kooky. I don't know how they're trying to, like everything looks like the Jetsons.
Yeah, and that part I don't mind because I thought it's kind of cool because Fantastic Four's in the 60s, right?
Yeah, that does look kind of cool. So at least that part of it, the trailer didn't look awful like what they actually showed us. It didn't look bad. It's just, I can't see Pedro as Reed Richards. It just doesn't, I can't.
Para las personas que no vieron el trailer que mostraron en Comic Con, si van en X, casi siempre se ven partes de ello antes de que Marvel los quita. Pero esto es basado en los 60, 50, me parece, como en la revista original. Y también está mostrando como un mundo un poco futurístico. Muestra a Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal como un científico. Y también la atmósfera. Si ustedes vieron a la Bruja Scarlet y Visión, en los primeros episodios, como episodio 1, 2, 3, me parece, ese estilo de los 50, ese es el estilo que tienen los Cuatro Fantásticos en el trailer que mostraron en Comic Con, pero el director es el mismo. So Lily, the director is also the same one, I think, that did those those first episodes of Wanda in the Vision, WandaVision, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, spoilers, me and my wife did like those first episodes. Those first episodes were kooky, and that we thought, this is interesting. Did you watch the beginning of it?
Yeah, I watched that show and I agree. I think I liked the beginning of it, and then once they started to tell us what was actually happening is when I was like, oh, this is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the sets looked really cool. I liked what they were doing, that they went for this very like kooky environment, which they're going for this too. And yeah, I think I like that. It's just the
Yeah.
cast. I'm not excited about this cast at all.
Yeah, I didn't like the cast. As soon as I heard about the cast, I was like, I think part of me, like the only one that I think I don't mind is the Thing, because it's, he's gonna be the Thing. Although to me, he always is like a burly man,
Yeah,
because
same.
he's like burly and hardcore. This guy doesn't look burly and hardcore.
That's why I think like the one with Jessica Alba and
Right.
Chris Evans was probably a better cast.
Yes, I agree with that one. Definitely better Reed Richards, clean shaven Reed Richards. No shade to Pedro. I'm not his biggest fan, but I don't know if he was. I don't think they did him right by casting him on this, because I agree with Castlevania. Los Cuatro Fantásticos de Telemundo. Messed up, but it's not wrong.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's a little bit miscast, because he doesn't look like Reed Richards there. He just looks like somebody else. And I don't get this part. I know Chris Gore, who saw the trailer, loved it. Here we have like the Thing in a dating show, so obviously period style, something that we've seen in the movies, and this is them.
They just don't look like Sue or Reed.
Yeah.
Either of them. She doesn't look like Sue either.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't. They don't. I think part of it is because you want like a chisel guy or something like that more. Pedro in this one looks a little bit too endearing. You're right. Like he doesn't show a little bit of that edge, I guess, on this one. And she doesn't feel like she's like sweet, and she feels very hard on this one. I think she's playing the same character she did in what was it, Mission Impossible?
And see, I kind of trust Chris Gore because I usually agree with a lot of his takes on movies and TV shows and things. And he said that he really liked this, and he liked what he was seeing. And he's not wrong. This trailer was pretty good. It's just the cast. I don't like the cast, but I mean, obviously we can't do anything about that anymore. So
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I said I'll give it
and
a
you see part of it is kind of looks like it's some kind of documentary. Go ahead. Am I muted?
He looks better there. Like his hair and everything too. So are they aging them? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, so I think they're showing like the beginning, and then maybe we're catching them on the later on.
Because he has like gray in his hair in the other pictures that we just saw. Like in this one, he doesn't.
Yeah, so I guess this is later, probably when they have their powers or something. So it's very like Lost in Space, or fantastical. So I guess we're partly going into like another realm, or maybe it's a different universe or something like that. So So we shall see. But what do you think? Seeing those other images, Lily, what do you think of?
I mean, it looks cool. I like the backgrounds and everything that I'm seeing. But yeah, I don't really understand. They didn't really tell us if Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom's gonna be in this, or now like Vigo Mortensen. Like, who's the villain? Because I know that they had like a Silver Surfer that's the female version. Is she the villain for this? Like, I don't.
I
Why
think
are
they're gonna have Galacticus.
why are all the villains women now?
So, yeah, like I said, according to Chris Core, it's gonna be the most promising is what he saw, and part of it you kind of see the like a car flying around, the supercar that did a great like something in there, but yeah, we don't know much about it. Don't know exactly what's gonna kind of curtail, but I think they're gonna have more of a family style to it, and they really had a good time filming it supposedly, and I don't know if exactly is going to be completely completely done. This was staged in Oregon. So they had a little bit of a like a get together. I think they showed a little bit more. They had an interview with him, and I said, "Here we go." And this was Entertainment Tonight, I believe.
You never know.
Honeymoon phase.
We're so honeymoon phase. And you know what? Actually, if you even Google Sue and Reed, they look like they've been in honeymoon phase for quite a long time. There's some very passionate embraces. And that's actually really moving and inspiring, because to see a relationship that's evolved over the decades, literally, and to see how, all these different.
Okay, so you hear that, Lily? I don't know, it was kind of low. That's as hard as I could put it, but it says, I guess they go through a decade in the show. So it is, I guess, from,
When it happens, when they get their powers to like later.
Yeah. So maybe they did have to age him a little bit.
And you know what? I'm noticing that she looks better here with the long hair. I don't know why they cut her hair in the movie.
I think they were trying to do the, the bob look, but it doesn't work for her features.
Because doesn't Sue like always have long hair?
She had in certain parts, but the first iconic, I think, look for her was the bob cut.
The short hair.
Yeah, it was like set in the 50s. She had that bob cut. So they came in 1951, and if you see her in the comic, it's a bob cut. Is that what they call it? Bob cut, beeb cut.
Bob. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah, bob.
A bob.
Yeah. So this is the Fantastic Four #1. There you go.
But they didn't even do that in the movie.
Yeah, that's I think what a lot of people are talking about is
Bob. Is it supposed to be?
Yes.
I'm like, I remember. I've seen my mom's pictures. I've seen my mom's pictures. So.
My mom never had a bob. Actually, she's got her hair's too nappy to have a bob. She would have like back in the days they used to do the Oh my gosh, whether they put the grease on their hair to make it straight, because she's black, so she's got the really curly hair, so you have to stretch it out and put all kinds of weird chemicals on it to make it like that. So I've never seen her in a bob, but that's funny. You know what? That's so cute. Your mom with a bob. She could play Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because she showed me like pictures of her and like my grandma and my aunts and everything, and yeah, they did have the cute little hairstyles, and they didn't do that for her in the movie. They just made it look super modern. That's like a modern cut.
Yeah. Sanders says the helmets are Mercury, not Apollo, so they're already having like little things and stuff. And I think we're all with you, Kino, on this one. We're optimistic, but it does smell like a trap.
Yeah, it does smell like a trap.
Yeah, we should have that.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's trap. Don't trust it. No. And like you see, she's a woman. She had many hairstyles. That is true, but I think the iconic one is this one, which is like the bob or whatever they call it. And it looks fun from what they showed, but they were taking some liberties that could be good, could not be good. I don't know. It's gonna be one of those things, so we have to see. So, did you? What do you think, Lily? How excited are you? 1 to 10.
I'm just gonna go right in the middle, like a 5. Because, like I said, I haven't really been into anything Marvel lately, and yeah, like Kino said, this just feels like a trap. They're just trying.
It does feel like a trap. Yeah, it does. Like they're not really.
And then as far as like Pedro's movies go, I think I'm actually a little bit more excited to see him in Gladiator than this. Yeah.
Wow. Well, they did show. Did you see they did show part of the I think they did show a little bit of Galacticus on it, and they had like a light show at Comic-Con. Let's see. Eso lo que están viendo va a ser unas escenas de Comic-Con cuando mostraron un show de drones afuera de Comic-Con en California. Obviamente no puedo poner el audio porque va a ser copyright, pero vamos a ver. What do you think? So this is the drone show, part of the drone show that they had outside. That looks pretty cool.
Oh, this is cool, yeah.
So I guess they had different drone shows, and this was the one where they had, that's the original Galacticus costume, so it's very accurate. And I mean, if you go outside and you check that out, that's exciting. So they did do some cool advertising for the movie, and we'll see. I mean, it does look like it's going to be fun if they do actually fun. And how cool is that? It actually looks like it's the Human Torch doing it. His famous Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. Did a great job with that one. So, yeah.
What? How the heck did they? Oh, there's probably like fireworks on the drones, right?
Yeah. They probably have like little fireworks on the drones. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Oh, okay. So then it sounds like he's going to be the villain for this.
Yeah. So they did have a picture. I thought I had saved it, but I guess maybe
like way at the end, right? You see like his head coming up or something like that.
Yeah. You saw that one where I thought I had it, but I guess I didn't have it.
And I saved it, but I should have like screen grabbed it because they took it off of Twitter, of course.
Yeah, everybody is kind of like grabbing it, but it came off real quick. A lot of the clips, who knows? Hopefully we won't get clip for this. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Clips.
I don't think so, because this has been stuff that like everybody's kind of been showing. Maybe.
Yeah, I know that one thing did shoot. So this was the one that was surprising. I know that. Did you know that Superman finished rapping already?
Oh yeah,
So
I saw this yesterday.
You saw this, yeah. So Corn Street has said that. So
Oh my god, I really want a brownie.
It's funny because they get so jacked for these things that, of course, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? You're gonna eat some carbs and sugar.
Eat something.
Yeah, it's like I get to eat.
I also had no idea that he's actually in Twisters.
Yeah, he was the one of the bad guys, I guess.
Yeah.
For the clipboard, yeah. He was so unmemorable that's the scary part.
I saw him and I was like, oh my god, that's Superman. And what's really funny is that like that just like blows my mind how James Gunn just picked somebody who basically looks kind of like Henry Cavill anyway. I'm like, you couldn't have kept Cavill too and done like maybe you tell your story and this is like,
right, like
when he's younger and then it turns into Henry Cavill when he's older. Like, missed opportunity.
Yeah, but I do know that they went ahead and wrapped everything, but why not show anything at Comic-Con?
Maybe they want it to be a surprise.
It just feels like they kind of missed the mark on a lot of things. They showed like the logo, they showed all this stuff, and the only news I think so far that we got out is that did you didn't watch the Eternals, right?
No.
Yeah, Lily's like, I love myself too much.
Yeah. Even my friend who's not really like a big nerd or anything, she saw it and she was like, it's really boring. So I was like,
Right.
okay, I won't even try.
Did you see the new Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah, I saw that news. I think I reacted to it too. Like, can they stop doing this? Oh my gosh, it's getting old now.
Do you know about Booster Gold in the comic books?
I don't. I'm not like a big comic book girl. I've said that like a million times. So I can't really speak to the comic books. But I'm seeing what the comic book character is supposed to look like, and then I'm seeing who they cast.
Yeah, so the comic book is a simple story. He's basically like a thief in the future. And the suit that he's wearing is actually kind of like an Iron Man style suit, meaning it has like a lot of superpowers or things that would make you like a superpower. He himself has no superpowers. He basically takes it and like steals this cop suit. That's a cop suit. All the cops wear those in the future, and basically comes to the past, our present day, and he decides to kind of be a hero, like reluctant hero. So you get that it used to be a criminal, now it's a hero type of story. And exactamente. Booster Gold es como el Iron Man de tecnología con el futuro de DC. In the comics, he's actually gets a friendship, like a buddy friendship with Blue Beetle, the Blue Beetle, like the older Blue Beetle in the so it would have been like a cool tie-in, right? Mm-hmm. To have like Blue Beetle and maybe have them do adventures. But instead we got Homeboy, who, yeah, it's the part of the thing with Booster Gold, he's got that charisma. It's one of those. Who was the dude that played the hero in Twisters?
Glen Powell.
Glen Powell would have been an awesome Booster Gold. because he's got that charisma, he's got the charm, but he looks like he's up to no good.
Yeah, that's basically Glen Powell to a T.
Right?
Yeah.
He looks like he's up to no good, like, you know.
Because that was basically his character in Maverick and Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah, he was in Top Gun.
He played kind of like the guy that was like everyone thought was going to be a villain, and then he comes in to save the day towards the end.
Yeah,
he's got that look.
That would have been, I think, a perfect Booster Gold. See, somebody already thought the same thing. They were like, yeah, that's the people have literally sites. I just looked it up literally just now. Glen Powell Booster Gold. I obviously misspelled Booster because that's life. Check it out. Perfect.
Yeah, but
Right?
we all know they're not interested in casting accurate people. They just want to do whatever they want to do.
And that's Booster Gold. That's like Saki. He's wise. He's a wise cracker. He's, you know, like I said, he's a little bit of Iron Man. And oh my gosh, I did not know there was such a huge, you know, Booster Gold Glen Powell thing. What the?
There you go, fan cast. But of course, they went with this other guy because
What?
of course they did.
Right? Somebody actually made a video.
Booster Gold Caesar.
That is funny. I can't. Yeah.
He's got the look. Yeah.
He's got it.
That probably would have gotten me to the theaters much faster than what's his name.
See, that's what I'm saying. The guy, I mean, come on, guys. We're not dogging on the guy. He's a great actor, good comedy timing, but he doesn't look like Booster Gold. I mean,
that's questionable. I've seen him in a couple of movies. He's not the best, but
oh, nice. Lily with the hot chew takes.
He's
Oh, my
okay.
soul. He's no Glen Powell.
Definitely not Glen Powell.
Oh man. So yeah. What do you guys think? Let us know what you think about Glen Powell, or I forgot what the thing is. Hola, Freddy, ¿cómo estás? I don't see why they keep doing this, where they take somebody that, you know, basically does not look like the role, and instead of somebody that could have killed it. You had Lily's money already. You had Lily's money, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. And a couple of other people's money too, because interesting enough, there's an article that they wrote about Twisters that I guess, you know how they keep track of, like, to see who's buying tickets and things like that, that the majority of people that bought tickets bought them to watch Glen Powell, not necessarily for Twisters or because it's a spinoff or like a sequel to another movie that existed. No, it was because people wanted to go watch Glen Powell. I mean, duh, a very attractive guy. Women are going to want to go see him.
Yeah. So this is one thing that, and I know you got to go pretty soon, Lily, I wanted to touch base on it. Si alguien no vio este es el nuevo film de Pixar. A ver si lo tengo. Boom, boom, boom. Acá está. Ok. All right. Decime si escuchas, Lily.
It's a little low.
Little low? Okay. Ok, escuchaste algo de este trailer. Según la gente, este es la primera animación de una persona famosa que salió de Pixar por el escándalo que están haciendo allá, y esta es su primer película sola. que me parece que se llama Paul y era uno de los creadores de Pixar. So, este es su primer film ahora con Netflix llamado Spellbound. Okay. Vamos a hacer el checkout.
Cool. Huh?
Excellent service, Lawrence. I'm giving you 5 stars.
You must be Princess Alien.
That's me.
So you're having some trouble with your parents?
Yeah, they went into the dark forest, and when they came back, they were a little different.
How different?
Well,
Oh, wow, you ain't kidding.
Your parents are monsters.
Wow. I thought you were just...
Oh, eso va a tener el...
The music.
I know.
No.
Well, what do you think so far, Lily? Looks good. Is it more Disney or more Shrekish?
It's kind of. I'm not really sure.
It's its own thing, it looks like.
Yeah.
I like the animation. I think the animation is cool. I think the little princess is super cute with her like elf ears or something. And she's got a little dragon. So Lily, we're probably going to get you one of those stuffed little dragons, right? Oh, better than the Rings of Power. So it looks like it's kind of like an elfin world, right?
Yeah.
And it has a little bit of How You Train Your Dragon, except your parents are the dragons now. So her parents get turned into dragons, and she has to go on an adventure to save it. All right. And they go on an adventure together. That's kind of cool.
That's cute.
It is kind of cute. Yeah.
Again, maybe I'll watch this with my 10-year-old nephew. It's because
Yeah.
if I'm not watching things with him that are like cartoons and things like that, I'm usually not interested in this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm
No, I
not
can
a
see that.
target audience, so I'm watching it, and to me, it's like, okay.
Wait a minute. Did they do the Game of Thrones thing? Cause look at that. Isn't that like a scene from House of the Dragon the other day? It's similar with the forest coming in and the dragons chasing after him.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, so they have to go to the bathroom. So it looks kind of cool. So I guess it's got Rachel Segler,
Oh
John
gosh.
Lithgow, Jennifer Lewis, Nathan Lane, and Javier Bardem. Oh,
Are they making Rachel Zegler do voice work now so nobody can cancel the movies because she's in it?
huh. Yeah.
It's on Netflix. I'm not exactly the biggest Netflix supporter right now. So never mind. Probably won't watch it.
You think so?
Yeah, no. Like for other reasons.
So it's not really something that had come up, but they're having. I had it up, so I had it last week to talk about. So if I have you for just like a couple more minutes, Lily, I wanted to.
Yeah, super quick because I actually do have to go.
Okay, real quick, because Kiko had mentioned this, and we haven't checked it out. I think it came out last week. This is the trailer for Terminator Zero. I did have it on lock with Kiko. Thank you for reminding me. So this is the trailer for Terminator Zero, and it's basically like an anime Terminator.
Mhm.
And you see it from the point of view of, the I think you've seen this one from a different characters on this.
Yeah.
And anime is not really your cup of tea, but some people are saying that it does look kind of interesting and it has some good flair to it. If anybody liked Terminator, then it could be something. Are you a fan of Terminator, Lily? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, I actually did like some of the movies.
Oh, you see also that Terminator, the first one, is coming out to theaters supposedly. So check your local theaters. You might get to see it in your local theater again. They're doing the whole re-release of the first one. I'm going to see if it's playing in mine. I know Stan was excited about that. It does look, thanks, Kino. It does look kind of cool. They're definitely not shying away from the original style of Terminator, very hardcore gore and action. And I guess they are going into the war part, which we got a little bit of in what was that one? The Redemption or something? Was it the fourth one, I think?
I think it was the fourth one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the fourth one. We got a little bit of into it. So we get a little bit of that battle. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh, it comes out the same day as Rings of Power.
Oh, what's okay with this? All right, Lily, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just can't get behind the animation style for anime.
I know.
It's not. And so many people have tried to get me into different things. I think somebody keeps telling me to try Castlevania because they're like, we know you like vampires and stuff. I can't get behind the animation style. There's just something about it that I just can't. It just turns me off.
Like cool.
As far as I got into it was probably like Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon's cool.
Yeah.
Now, if they do a Sailor Moon and Terminator, crossover.
But yeah, no, I'll let you guys watch that one and then come and tell everybody if it was good.
All right, what do you got going on this week?
Just basically our usual Dames and Dorks on Thursdays, 8 Eastern time, and then just follow me on X for anything else that might be going on. And then of course catch us here every Wednesday at 12:30. That's Mountain, so I guess it would be, what is it your time? 1:30 Central, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to be here next week. And with that, it's time for some, what's it? Chihuahuas. In Spain.
Chihuahuas in Spain. Chihuahua in Spain. No fluff given. Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas. Chihuahua.